Hi, folks, and welcome to another episode of the Pot Spoon Kitchen. For today's recipe, we are going to be making a hearty, warm, and creamy recipe. We are going to be making a hamburger potato casserole that can be done in minutes. We're starting off by adding 1 pound of ground beef to a hot pan. And while I'm doing this, I like to add a little bit of thyme to this and a half a cup of onion. We're going to break this up and just allow it to brown, and we're not going to over season this, but we want to have flavor in there. This casserole is very inexpensive, but trust me, it's very delicious. At this point, I'm going to add a tablespoon of garlic powder or granulated garlic, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion. This shouldn't take more than about 10 minutes to cook up, and overall the recipe itself is very fast. I'm adding a small amount of salt and pepper mix. I'm not making it salty because the other ingredients have salt, and I'm not adding any bouillon either. And this right here is about done. So we're going to take this off and let's assemble our potato hamburger casserole. So we're going to make our sauce now. And I have 1 can of cream of mushroom. If you don't like mushrooms, you could change it up and add whatever you want to add in it. And we're going to add 1 can of cream of chicken. And this already has salt and bouillon, and that's the reason why I didn't over season the beef too much. And to this we're going to add some table cream. You can use milk or conditioned milk if you wish. We're going to mix this until it becomes nice and smooth, and then we're going to taste for salt, and we're going to adjust the seasonings accordingly. And this consistency is good. And what I like to do is to add a little bit of the white part of the green onion, the stem, in here before I taste for salt. We're going to add salt and pepper. Just so that it's not as plain as out of the can. And we're going to drizzle a little bit of onion in here, some granulated onion, because when I'm having hamburger I love to have onions on it. And the onions and the green onions, you can even put a little bit of granulated garlic in here if you wish. Just turn it up the way you like it. And now we have a good sauce. In this bowl we have some sliced russet potatoes. I use a mandolin to slice these, and if you have a box grater, use it. If you are okay to do it with your hand, but you want to slice them equal sizes so that they all cook the same time. We have our baking dish and we're going to assemble everything. So we're going to start by adding some sauce at the bottom. And all of these flavors are going to go below, and it's going to be nice and juicy. And let's distribute some of our potatoes at the bottom. If you notice, our potatoes are quite curly, and that is because they were sliced very thin and they were added to cold water, so hence the reason they would tend to curl up. But that's okay. Once they go in the oven, everything will smoothen right out. A bit of cheese over the layer. And today I'm not going too crazy on the cheese. I'm only going to be using 3 cups. I'm going to sprinkle some of our meat.
From here, we are going to keep layering the casserole and we are
I'm
going
not
to
going
go
too
up.
crazy on the meat either. I just want to make sure that everywhere has some meat. Just slightly a little bit more cheese. I'm going to add more sauce than we added before.
If you are enjoying making this casserole with me, drop a comment in the comment section and let me know which season you think you could make this recipe for. Like the video, and as I usually say, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. Share, share, and share.
A little bit more cheese. Just a light sprinkle.
We are adding the last amount of sauce over the last layer of potatoes.
I'm going to add the beef over the sauce. Sprinkle in with the rest of the cheese. You don't have to coat the entire top with cheese. Just be generous to your own liking. And for the overall presentation, I just like to put a little bit of parsley on top. Cover it with a foil tightly so it can steam bake in the oven. And we're going to bake it at 360 degrees Fahrenheit for about 1 hour. Our casserole is done, nice and bubbly, and it took me 1 hour and 20 minutes. But I find you can use a little bit more color on top. So I'm just going to add a little bit more cheese and place it under the broiler. And I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of paprika on top. Just a little dust, because I like it to look a little bit more pretty. Under the broiler for 5 minutes.
And there you have it, a really nice cheesy hamburger potato casserole. Remember to give the video a subscribe, and at this time I encourage you to watch some more of my recipe videos. See you in the next video.